Hi everyone, and welcome to Paper Pumpkin Week here on Creative Chelsey. Thanks for joining me today as I continue to share some beautiful card ideas you can make with the December 2025 Paper Pumpkin Kit called Watercolor in Bloom. Here's a quick peek at the original cards from the kit. If you'd like to watch me unbox the kit and create these cards, or see any of my other alternatives, you can click on the playlist in the top right corner. Make sure to grab the cutting guide to see how I used each card base from the kit for all of my alternatives I'll be sharing this week. You can find the link to download this cutting guide on my blog, creativechelsey.com, or below in the description. This is the third alternative card idea I'll be sharing with you. The watercolor style background instantly sets a calm tone for this card. Layering a vellum oval over the top softens the design and allows the delicate leaf pattern to shine through. The white die-cut florals add dimension and contrast, helping the sentiment stand out. If you're new to my channel and would like to continue to see all of my paper pumpkin alternatives, make sure to subscribe using the link in the bottom right corner. I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you're interested in getting your own paper pumpkin subscription, please use the link in the description below to subscribe. Okay, let's just walk through the pieces that you need for this card. I've got the blue watercolor striped background. I have the vellum oval. I have the long detailed rectangle and the long rectangle die. I also have some leftover scrap pieces from the envelope that I'm going to use as the die cuts for some of these extra details that we're adding around our greeting. And these die cuts are the Abundant Joy dies. And then of course your card base, and I'm just using thick basic white cardstock. We're going to begin this card by stamping on our vellum oval. I've just got some scratch paper here to catch the extra ink that comes off the sides. And I've chosen 2 of the leaf stamps that came in the kit. So I'm going to start with the larger leaf, and we're just going to randomly stamp this onto the vellum. Now, when you're stamping on vellum, it's really important that you do not move your stamp and smear it. So try to just do a up and down type of technique. Make sure to stamp off of the vellum as well so that you get a pattern that feels like it blends off of the shape. You don't want it to feel like it's only on that shape there. And then I am also going to do a smaller, just to add some variety. Make sure to rotate your images. Okay, so maybe something like this. And then when you pick it up, just do not put your fingers into that ink. And we're going to put this off to this side to let dry. And while that's drying, let's go ahead and stamp our greeting. I'm going to do "Thank you, you make me feel loved." And I'm going to start with the "You make me feel loved." And I'm going to place it close to the bottom and centered on my label. And then do the "Thank you" above that, centered. So it's going to look something like this. Now we're also using the rectangle piece with the detailed leaves, and we're going to cut this in half. And the half is 2 3/4. And because this edge up here is not straight, you're going to need to use your guides along the vertical guides to line up and make sure that you cut straight. And then just go ahead and carefully cut through that. You should end up with a nice clean point on the leaves there because it was right in the middle between the two leaves, you can see. So that should look good. And then we're going to trim right down the middle here and maybe put it so that you get a 1/2 inch along that straight edge. So let me show you. So I'm not measuring the details here. I'm measuring the straight edge. So where the straight edge hits that 1/2 inch mark. Go ahead and you can cut that out. And you're going to do the same on both sides. Just like that. Okay. So we have 2 1/2 inch pieces. And then we have this piece, and this is just under 1 inch, which is exactly what we want, I think. Just double check. Yeah. So if you need to open this up just a little bit so you see a little more of that bronze detail, you can. But you're going to put them together just like this, and you're going to stick them together with, you can use tear and tape if you want. I'm going to just use some dimensionals. So make sure these sides are matching. Just like that. Maybe put one in the center as well to hold it in place. And then you can, I'll give you a close-up so you can see what that looks like. And then you're going to add your greeting right over that. There's going to be about a 1/8 of an inch overlap on the sides. Okay. All right, let's put on the back here our blue watercolor. So this is a full card front. And I do like having the darker blue at the bottom. So that's what I'm going to do. Just like this, sorry. And it goes to edge. Okay, so now we're going to go back to that vellum and grab some scratch paper again, because what we're going to do is, it doesn't look like the vellum has completely dried. So I'm going to just flip it over so that the ink is down on my scratch paper. And without moving the vellum, because we don't want to smear the ink, I am just pressing on the back of those stamped images to get any extra ink off the vellum. Okay, you can see here that we've got a little bit of a shadow image, just telling us that there was some ink that was not completely dry. So now I'm back to the top of my vellum, so be careful not to touch the ink. It still can smear. You're going to take some glue dots and you're going to add them in areas over the stamped images to hold the vellum in place. This is going to disguise the adhesive. Just like our previous alternative that we used, or that we created, that had vellum, when you add adhesive, it will show through. So by placing it on those stamped images, we should have a way to kind of hide it. All right, so once you're done with that, this goes, so we put those on with the ink up because we want this to go ink down on our card. So you're just going to place that right in the center. And the reason for that is so that it can get touched without smearing. Okay, so now you can touch it and it won't smear on you. And those adhesive glue dots you can't see because they are hidden behind those stamped images. So really great technique there. Let's go ahead and add this greeting to the center. I'm just going to put a couple little strips of liquid glue. You could also use tear and tape, and that's just going to go right in the middle of the card. And this is gorgeous as it is, but I did want to kind of step it up by adding a little more details. And you could use your leftover envelope, or I just realized that we do have this leftover piece from the inside. So like when we cut off the edges, so we could use that as well to cut out. And I did the circle as well as the little sprig element. And I cut 3 to 5 of each of these and added them. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so once you cut those out, I'm adding the little sprigs with glue dots and the flowers with dimensionals. And you can kind of just tuck these wherever you want. You can go above or below, just like that. I'm going to start with my flowers. I'll bring this one off to the side a little bit more. And then I'm going to add the little sprigs. For these, you can tuck them up and underneath as well. It might be helpful to have a little tool to kind of lift it up so that you can get them underneath there. Just like that. It's very cute. I have a total of 5 of these. I don't know if I'm going to use them all. That's just what I was able to get. I'm going to put this on my take a pick tool. That was easy to kind of push under. You can also angle them so they're going little different directions. All right, so I went ahead and added all 5. And you can kind of get an idea of how that looks. So it's totally up to you how many you add and where you place them. Then the last little detail I want to add are just some of the bronze sequins that came in the kit. And you can pop these really anywhere you want. And then your card is all done. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me create this beautiful alternative using the December 2025 Paper Pumpkin Kit. If you're interested in seeing written instructions or close-up images on how I created this card, you can visit my blog, creativechelsey.com. If you would like to get your own monthly crafting kit, you can subscribe using the link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.